In the past, I've mentioned my hatred for Reddit. Really, the Reddit community. There's a lot of hive mind, circle-jerky groups or subreddits on there. Something about the anonymity of the internet mixed with mob mentality really brings out the best in people. But, because I'm a big nerd, I've found myself frequenting our comic books a lot lately. Mostly lurking, sometimes taking part in some discussions such as voicing my dislike of the portrayal of the Punisher in Daredevil Season 2, which didn't go over so well. But, something I've seen twice in the last week or so were threads started by comic collectors worried that their hobby might turn women off or scare them away. So, geek to geek, dork to dork, let me give you all a little advice when it comes to having dorky hobbies and getting women. It doesn't fucking matter. One guy says, I wonder what someone would think when they see my comic collection and realize that I don't just have a few, but a few hundred. Beginner. There's a small amount of stigma. Do friends and potential partners become turned away by my hobby? Maybe. I'm gonna sound like your mom trying to console you here when you get peer pressured at school and you go home and tell her like a little bitch, but if they were really your friends, they would respect your decisions and wouldn't try and change who you are. Another person asks this question, regarding a decorating idea he had, where he wants to slap single issues all over his room, like a college freshman slathering his walls with Dazed and Confused and Che Guevara posters. Is that too dorky? Would women find it unappealing? And we all know what these people are really asking. Will women fuck me if they know I'm a huge nerd who reads tiny magazines about muscly dudes in weird costumes who fight other muscly dudes in weird costumes? The answer is both yes and no. Yes, women will fuck you. No, the girl whose Facebook page you creep every day, you know, the super hot one, the one who's always posting about some new shade of MAC makeup she just got, who just posted her photos from her trip to Cancun, the one you jerk off to while you've got porn audio in the background. No, she won't fuck you. She won't fuck you if you stop collecting comics. She won't fuck you whether you display them on your wall or hide them in your closet. You and her don't have the same interests, and there's a 95% chance you're not her type. But not every girl is that girl. I know you've decided they're all the same, and you might find this hard to believe, but females are individuals with their own personalities and whatnot. I know, I was surprised too, but them women folk is all different, capable of making their own decisions and everything. There are lots of women who are either into comics or some form of geek culture because it's mainstream as fuck right now, and who share other interests. You know, the other things you like besides comics, that might enjoy spending time with you if you act like a human being to them and stop thinking about women in terms of, what do I need to do in order to trick them into liking me? And start thinking in terms of, what traits am I looking for in a woman, and what do I bring to the table in a relationship? And no, I'm not giving you the green light to wallpaper your fucking house with all your ROM Space Knight comics, but hiding your shit isn't a good idea either. Let's say you actually get a woman to go on a date with you. I know, shocking, but let's just say for the sake of argument. And say it goes well, and you keep going on dates. How long are you going to keep your interests hidden from her? Like what? Until the wedding? Oh, by the way, honey, now that we're married, I have something to tell you. I know more facts about Batman than I do about you or your family and friends. Hope we have room in our home for 30 long boxes of comics. They can go in the spare bedroom. You know, the one that you said would be a great room for the baby you want to have? Guess the kid can sleep in the tub. I don't know if you know this, but women aren't fans of you keeping any secrets, and they start getting suspicious about what other shit you might have been hiding all this time. And yeah, I suppose you could just stop collecting comics, stop doing everything that you actually enjoy doing, change yourself just to get your ideal woman, whatever you think that might be. But how long until the new car smell wears off that relationship and you start resenting her, even though she didn't do shit? Can't believe I had to change myself for her. She doesn't even appreciate it. Well, fuck this shit. I should be able to enjoy the things I like and not have to hide who I am to impress her. And you're right. You should be able to be yourself. So just fucking enjoy whatever it is you like. And no one says you need to come right out with it on date number 1. I've got more Spider-Man comics than I've ever had dates. And they don't even have to like comics. Not everyone who is dating likes all of the exact same things. Just as long as you have other values or interests that mesh well, that's what matters. A person you're dating should add to your life and complement it, not change it completely. Since you think of women as objects already, then think of a woman like the right wine to go with a good steak. You want a red because it complements the meal. If the waiter brings out white wine instead, you don't say, well, fuck it, I'll just throw this steak on the floor and have them bring me chicken instead because it goes better with white wine, even though I don't really like chicken. And if you really love steak, but every restaurant is out of red wine, then I guess it's just you and your meat. Solo. Story of your life.